Yo, what's up, everybody? Hey. Welcome back on this beautiful Monday, June 18th, and we are here to spread the cheer. That's right. Weekend is gone, and we are back in action. Hopefully, you've hit that list this morning. Low intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity while fasted, trying to shed off, scrape out, get rid of a little bit of that subcutaneous body fat. Now, we're going to talk today about why bodybuilders, competitive bodybuilders, professional bodybuilders are so fat on stage. Obviously, fat is relative to the sport, right? If they walked in your house right now, Jesus Christ, they look like an anatomy chart. But when you put them up on an IFBB professional bodybuilding stage, they look like water buffaloes. They look soft. Now, Nick's Strength and Power channel I subscribe to, I really enjoy Nick's content. Nick did a good job, I believe, in raising the question of why modern bodybuilders seem to be lacking conditioning that they had 10, 20 or so years ago. And I want to get into that in a minute. Now, you know, I'm friends with some of these competitive bodybuilders. We've had many bodybuilders on my own podcast, some of which we do not. Now, the lifestyle of some of these bodybuilders, we don't really condone. It's dangerous. It's scary. It's deadly. Recently, we had IFBB Pro, Mr. USA, NPC, Mr. USA, Nick Trigili, recently on our podcast, and I was on Nick's, and that was all great stuff. And then we've had quite a few others. Now, I've spoken with some of these bodybuilders behind the scenes. Bodybuilders and physique competitors and bikini competitors, they reach out to us because they're trying to find ways to cut weight, get shredded in a more healthy manner. We work with the world's greatest combat athletes who also have to cut weight and get shredded prior to competition. Now, what's the difference between our athletes who compete in mixed martial arts competition in the UFC? Our athletes have to drop tremendous amounts of body weight prior to competition. Bodybuilders drop tremendous amounts of body weight prior to competition. We're both focused on maintaining as much lean muscle tissue as possible. Now, where we depart is our athletes actually have to compete in a sport the next day. They have to go out there and fight at full pace for 25 minutes. Bodybuilders do not. Bodybuilders compete in a pageant, and that's said with respect. Bodybuilders can stand there and hit some poses, and yes, that's difficult, but it's only difficult because they're all almost dead. That's the problem. So Nick and everybody else listening, the problem with modern bodybuilders, the reason why that they're all looking so soft is many of these bodybuilders will no longer do the extreme protocols that are necessary to look that ultra peeled way. They will not take primarily the diuretics that their predecessor had once taken. Now, add the massive amounts of other gear that these guys are on and girls, 5 to 10 grams per week of all sorts of anabolic agents and shit. I don't even know. There's stuff that I don't even know fucking exists. These athletes are dumping, injecting loads and loads and loads and loads of this into their system, making it even harder for them to shed that difficult to lose water weight. So the athletes then, Duke Nuke, I'm actually going to block you, man. Chill out. So what happens? These athletes are then told by their fucking fake ass gurus to load up on these terrible diuretics. And oftentimes 2 or 3 different diuretics that compete against other diuretics. Now, we know one of the biggest causes of death in bodybuilding is the diuretics. It's not so much the testosterone or the anabolic agents. It's more the diuretics. All right. Boom. Timeout. Trolls. Sorry, guys. I got to troll you. Got to get rid of you. It's the diuretics. So the bodybuilders now, thankfully, are less prone to take the massive amounts of these dangerous diuretics. And they're listening to these fucking fake ass gurus. And I'm calling out the bodybuilding gurus. I'm calling you guys out because you don't have a medical license to practice. You do not know what the fuck you're doing, the damage you're doing to your clients. ultimate responsibility falls on the athlete themselves. Now, I know for a fact I have a text message of a conversation of IFBB pros talking about one of the most famous gurus in the game did to them with regards to diuretics. Hospitalized them, almost killed them. And the athlete won't ever talk about it. They won't come out and say it and publicly talk about their journey, what happened. And that's bullshit. The athlete should start talking about, goddamn, I almost died because I took these drugs to save some of these other younger kids. That's my personal opinion. I doubt it will ever happen because professional bodybuilders are so fucking scared to talk about the reality behind the scenes in bodybuilding. And that's why someone like Nick Trigili, I believe, is doing a great job in shedding the light of the true dangers behind the bodybuilding lifestyle. For what? For what? Nick Trigili talks about his highest year as a bodybuilder. He made 60 grand. It cost him more than that to live the bodybuilder lifestyle than he actually made. There was zero net return on that. But that's a whole nother idea. You're going in timeout, dude. Get out of here. So what the point is, and I'll wrap this up right now, the problem with bodybuilders not having that peeled look is the massive amounts of pharmaceuticals that are ingesting, dramatically blowing them up and bloating them and causing massive amounts of water retention that then they assume they must get off through risky, harmful, dangerous diuretics. Remember, Mohammed Benaziza died as a result of diuretic intake. Andreas Munzer, the most ripped man in bodybuilding, died what appears to be primarily as a result of diuretic intake. Paul Dillette very famously collapsed backstage at I forget which competition due to diuretics. He almost died. Very recently, within the last month and a half, another IFBB professional bodybuilder was taken off the show and hospitalized and spent his time in the emergency room because of dangerous diuretics. Dallas McCarver is believed to have almost collapsed, I believe, when he competed in Arnold, Australia last year. Apologies if it's the wrong one, where he almost collapsed, most likely as a result of the dangerous diuretics and another cocktail of cofactors. Who else is there? The list is massive. I'm not in the bodybuilding industry, so I don't pretend to be inside the industry, but I work with athletes. And I help athletes diet. And we have a team of registered dietitians who actually work with our athletes. And we use a whole foods approach. And we're not trying to get that super ripped, fucking peeled look, but our athletes are pretty goddamn peeled when they weigh in. The difference is our athletes have to compete the next day. In world-class combat sports, they have to fight for 25 minutes at full power. They cannot take these risky protocols like these bodybuilders do, and that's the scary thing. Our athletes compete under USADA, which is a WADA prescribed competition regime, right? So there's just no possibility for them to do such things, which is a good thing. So it takes away that the lure for certain combat athletes that might want to do something like that. Getting a little verbose in this. But to answer Nick and to everybody else out there, the issue is it's the diuretics. The athletes don't want to have to take the diuretics anymore. That's the issue. They don't want to have to take the diuretics anymore. And they're not taking the diuretics, which is why they look, quote, fat on stage. That's the issue. Nick Trigili talks about it. I believe Boston Lloyd talks about it. Some of these other, bodybuilders out there, they talk about it. And some are batshit fucking crazy. The one bodybuilder dude that was just on Plumbo's show, was it Fuad? I don't remember his name, so I apologize. He was just fucking hospitalized. And he's a bodybuilding prep coach. He damn near killed himself. So athletes or coaches that are damn near killing themselves are then telling other athletes what to do? Are you fucking kidding me? So this is some scary stuff, guys and girls. And really what my goal here is for any of you youngins. I'm not really talking about the pro bodybuilders. I'm talking about you youngins, you young guns out there that you aspire to be the next Phil Heath or Big Ramy or Lee Priest or Chris Cormier or whoever else. You aspire to look like that. Well, guess what? You're not going to look like that. You shouldn't look like that. And most of those athletes do not want to look like that anymore simply because they don't want to do what's necessary to look like that. Ronnie Coleman, I just watched, I think it was Generation Iron, I'm not sure. Ronnie Coleman recently discussed the year he won both the Arnold Classic and the Mr. Olympia. He peaked for the Arnold Classic in May, then he peaked for the Olympia in September. He said when he woke up for prejudging for the Olympia, after having already peaked, he woke up and was so weak he could not get out of bed. He thought he was dying. Ronnie Coleman, the greatest bodybuilder ever to live, said he thought he was going to die laying in his bed the morning of the most important competition of his life, directly as a result of diuretics. He called his coach, and his coach said, not fuck, dude, go to the hospital right now. You're dying. His fucking coach said, don't go to the hospital. You've worked too hard. Drink water. And Ronnie said he sucked down a gallon of water, and that made him feel good enough to get out of bed. It hurts my heart. It does. It hurts my heart. It hurts my soul to hear this story of what these bodybuilders will go through, will put themselves through to get in that type of insane condition. And it looks fucking crazy. That's why we watch it. We look at it and it's like from a whole nother world. So like bodybuilders are the craziest, hardest working, most fucking sacrificing athletes on the planet. Hopefully you guys are still there. I'm going to come back. I'm going to answer these questions here in a second. But these athletes, these bodybuilders, they will do things to themselves that they should not do to make zero money. They make zero money doing it. And that's the sad thing. It's not like, hey, they're going to do some dangerous things, but after they do the competition, they're going to be set for life. Their kids will be set for life. You can almost understand that. Almost understand that. Uh-oh, we're losing followers. That fucking YouTube blip. Goddamn YouTube and your live stream. Get your live stream straight, YouTube. I'm hardlined in. I'm not on my Wi-Fi. It's on YouTube here. So, all right, there's people coming back. Guys and girls, give me a thumbs up if you like what we're talking about. I'm a little bit all over the place because this is a nitro coffee infused rant, but I watched Nick's video last night, as I typically do before bed. I get caught up on what Nick's talking about. I get caught up on Louis Marco. I get caught up on RX Muscle, what Dave is talking about, Generation Iron, I believe Fozzy Fitness, Nick's, Nick Trigili, Nick's World Class. Those are a few of the bodybuilding networks I check. In addition to all the other mixed martial arts, combat sport, the biochemistry, Found My Fitness, Dr. Rhonda Patrick is a channel I really like. Dr. Brad Schoenfeld does a great job. The boys over at Barbell Shrug. So I have a pretty eclectic YouTube subscription. And it was just Nick's, he popped out because we know what these bodybuilders are doing to themselves with regards to the diuretics. And Nick, that's the issue, man. The bodybuilders, and I've spoken to many of them, and you have the network, you can talk to some of them too. They don't want to take these dangerous diuretics anymore. They don't want to take the dosages, and simply their body can't tolerate the dosages to get that peeled look because they're taking so many other pharmaceuticals. You look back at the Yates, the Lavroni era, but you think Momo Benaziza died. Right, he beat Yates in the Night of Champions. He wound up dying a few years later. Paul Dillette damn near died, collapsed on stage, and quite a few other athletes damn near died as a result of the diuretics. The athletes have learned they don't want to take them anymore. That's what it's necessary to get that peeled look. That's what's necessary. The athletes don't want to do it anymore, and good for them, but I wish they would stop killing themselves, polluting their bodies the way that they do. This is dangerous. And some of you bigger channels out there, bigger bodybuilding channels, you should start talking about it, being honest about it, because there's a bunch of young kids out there that think it's not a big deal to pop a couple fucking Lasix. Scary fucking shit. Kids are walking around thinking it's no big deal to pop a Lasix because they hear their fucking bodybuilder forum dude talking about it, or these bodybuilding, pseudo channels talk about how it's not a big deal. They don't understand what potassium is and the potassium sparing effects. They don't understand what the negative consequences are of tilting that balance. They don't understand. And they're following some bullshit fucking Insta guru. Most of them don't have the finances to pay the big five of the bodybuilding gurus. So they go to these lower tier Insta gurus who get all their fucking research from these these bros in the gym. It's scary stuff. So let me answer some questions for you guys here. Roman Graham, what's up, Roman? Good to see you. Roman Graham hit 60-minute list. Carlos, good, Roman. What's up, Dolce? Happy belated Father's Day. I appreciate that. Joe Sema eating that wild caught salmon with potatoes while watching. That's what's up. Christian, damn, 2 streams in a row. We aren't worthy. Thanks. Hope you had a good Father's Day. Christian, I'm trying to pump out this content for you. I love the ability to interact with you guys live and just get it going. Brad Hart, thoughts on veganism? Is it the healthiest diet or is the science flawed? No, it's veganism by itself is healthy for some people, but it's not best for all people. We talk about it's kind of a modified omnivore diet. Some animal-based products are good for you, especially based upon your background, your makeup, and your expenditure, what you do in a given day. Combat athletes, Sean O'Malley was recently on the Rogan show. Sean O'Malley went straight vegan and his body started breaking down. Once he reintroduced animal products to his lifestyle, he felt great again. Most combat athletes feel the same. And what I do is I say, I'm not bashing veganism. 90% of my diet is plant-based. I'm a 200-pound fucking sexy beast. If I do eat animal protein, it's 4 ounces at a time. My wife and I will go out to dinner. We'll split a princess cut steak. Like, that's all we need. Like she'll get, 3 or 4 ounces. I'll get 3 or 4 ounces. Done deal. I'm not one of these fucking meatheads that pretend you need to eat 12, 16 ounces of steak at a time. That's fucking ridiculous. But with my lifestyle, I've gone vegan, straight vegan for 3 months a few years back. I started to break down. I felt good for the first 4 weeks or so. And then I really started to break down based upon my output. It just doesn't work that well for me and the vast majority of people that we deal with. So follow the science. That's great. I'm not saying don't go vegan. And we put vegan programs out there. You can go to the DulceDiet.com right now, and we have a completely vegan version of 3 weeks to shred it. It's not our job to put philosophical templates into your brain. It's our job to provide you with the best possible information to live your life. It's not my job to tell you how you live your life, but we tell you how to live your best life. More questions. Stevie, dude. Low life spammers. I know, right? It's so weird. These fucking weirdos. I don't know why they do that. You got time to do that shit? Hudson Lund, Dolce, bro, just want to thank you for giving up your time to help us out and give us top quality info. I try. Now, you think about it. How many of you guys have access to someone in my position, the 4-time world trainer of the year, men's fitness, most influential in fitness, Hall of Fame nutrition team, multi-book #1 international best-selling author on diet and fitness. It's all those are fun little accolades. But we work with the world's greatest athletes time and time again. We're hired by multimillionaires to get them in the best shape of their life. We're hired by Hollywood production companies to get their actors into the best shape of their lives to be screen ready. We are hired by heads of state. Literally, leaders of the world hire us to get into better shape to be healthier, many of which were under NDAs, and I can never discuss who they are, but that's okay, because we have that IP, those intellectual properties from working with such clients to give and share with you guys. All I'm doing is telling you guys what works. Believe it or not, that's up to you. Test everything I say. Research everything I say. Do not take one thing I say as fact. Go out there and do your own due diligence. My job is to simply expose you to this information so you, as the independent human, you can make your best decision. Everything I tell you is 100% honest and transparent to the best of our knowledge when we present it. And we have one of the most successful teams on the planet. The Dolce Diet is the only elite nutrition team that has a 100% success ratio while working with the world's greatest athletes for over 20 years. No other team can claim that. No other PhD or medical doctor or high-level falutin big investment firm backed team can claim that. Only my team can claim that, because we are the best. We are evidence-based, but we are also practical. We give you the best possible information. Nobody does that. And it's even available at thedolcediet.com. If you want to follow the same program the world's greatest athletes use, simply go to thedolcediet.com. We have a 4-week and 12-week online personalized program you can follow too if you want access to that. Otherwise, I want to give you all this free information that I can because you guys need it. This is my passion now. I'm a coach. That's my passion. Aaron says, is there an optimum time to take your krill oil? Aubrey Marcus writes about taking it at night before bed. Best time in the morning or before bed? I take it both. I break my doses up. I take 3 krill oil first thing in the morning with breakfast and 3 krill oil at night with dinner. So I use both. Zach C is on the 12-week program at thedolcediet.com. His in-body results are weight is 162 pounds, lean mass is 153, body fat is 9%. Boom. But fat 9.3 pounds. Oh, body fat is 5.7. 5.7. Bam. 5.7% body fat. Aaron, nope, not Aaron. Zach C is following the DolceDiet.com's 12-week online weight loss program. He's down to 5.7% body fat while eating real food. No pills, no powders, no potions, no problem. Just eat real food, guys and girls. Get in the best shape of your life. Zach, I'm super pumped. And yeah, your intracellular water is high. That's no problem. You're probably staying super hydrated. That's good. That sounds like a good thing. Of course, disclaimer, always talk to your doctor. Do not follow any diet or exercise program without medical supervision, of course. On Living Lean for 1 week, Carlos says, oh my God, my body has filled out tremendously, going from a 2-pack to a 4-pack. I was following that bogus other program. I won't give them the shout out for 15 months before you and was always looking flat. Thanks, coach. Carlos, the Dolce Diet is the most successful weight loss, strength building, competition, performance-based program ever devised, simply because we have used the IP that we have administered on our athletes for over 20 years. So what you get at thedolcediet.com is based exactly on what we've done with our athletes over a 20-year career. That's the algorithm. What has worked for the world's greatest athletes for over 20 years as it's continued to evolve and become perfected, that's what we have programmed at thedolcediet.com. You don't have to spend tens of thousands of dollars hiring me. I'm too busy anyway, which is not a bad thing. Why we created the DolceDiet.com's online platform is because there's 7.5 billion humans on the planet, and each of you with passion should have access to the same information at a very low monthly rate, less than $100. Less than $100, you can have the most sophisticated online weight loss program personalized completely to you that is supported by my team of registered dietitians, certified trainers, and me. I'm here right now answering your questions, talking to you. Plus, I do this on Instagram all day long. You have access to one of the greatest trainers in the world. It's always embarrassing when I say that, but since other people call it, I might as well promote it because it's a fucking truth. Zach, you're crushing. I love it. Carlos, I answered that. Joe Sema, I'm a shift worker and have to be at work at 3:30 a.m. once a week. I can't have a consistent sleep schedule. Can this have negative health effects over time? Any advice other than getting a new job? It can. Disrupted sleep schedule can have a negative health effect, but we all got to make money. I understand that. The goal is trying to get 8 hours per sleep. 8 hours of sleep per night. One way you might want to consider this is investing in blackout curtains. If you can't get blackout curtains, get a cardboard box, cut it up to fit your windows and duct tape it on the inside of your windows and put curtains over it. I've literally done that before. Turn your bedroom into a sleep cave. So when you have the ability to get those 8 hours, get those 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep, and always try and do your best to get that sleep during the natural dark time. So if you have to be to work at 3:30, I might go to bed at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Or 6. Go to bed at like 6 p.m. that night, 7 p.m., where the sun's already setting, so you can get 8 hours of sleep. You can be awake at 3 o'clock and work at 3:30. You could do something like that. Superfly says, Joe Rogan is the man. And Wyhan, greetings from Idaho. Just zoom by. Greetings from Idaho. Can't wait to see you guys next month, but looking forward to the day. That's right. The Dolce Diet certification course, July 6th, 7th, and 8th here in Las Vegas. Get your tail here. July 6th, 7th, and 8th. Come to the Dolce Diet and Fitness Center. Get locked in the facility with myself and our team, where we will be giving you the best possible information, nutrition, dietetics, motivation, brand building, how to make $1 million in a year as a fitness professional. We cover everything. Plus, we have some sick-ass guest speakers. It will be the most formative time of your life. Hey, Mike, week into 12-week program. If I can't make it to the weight room for push or pull days, on some days is doing UFC Fit, striker strength, and grapple strength acceptable? Absolutely, Steve. The most important part is nutrition. Nutrition is everything. Nutrition is 90% of your success. Do not fail your nutrition and let the exercises fit in where they do. I have no problem with you training even once or twice per week on the strength. Get your nutrition in every day and you'll crush it. Papa, what's up, Papa? Zach C, is there a safe and natural diuretic that can be used a day before Vegas pool party to look shredded as fuck and score the young Betties in advance? Yeah, if you're following our 3 weeks to shredded program, you will see we use dandelion root, uva ursi, and vitamin C. That cocktail right there is fucking awesome. It's an all-natural herbal vitamin diuretic cocktail. You can go to GNC, you can go to Vitamin Shop, you can go to Whole Foods, you can go to your local grocery store and get dandelion root. You probably have to get the uva ursi caps or even a tea and some extra vitamin C, TTEA. Mohammed, you just care about people. Mohammed, I appreciate that, and I do. That's my job. My job as a coach is to care about people, is to help people. That's what I do. That's all I do. That's why we give so much free information. Nobody gives more free information than we do. Nobody with my credentials definitely gives this much free information. What would be a good strength standard to hit on weighted chin-ups? 20 dead hang overhand chin-ups, knuckles to nipples. Try and do 20 of those. See what happens. Zach, what's up, Zach? Good to see you, man. Liking the live stream. I appreciate that. These live streams are awesome. YouTube is still a little glitchy, but we get it in. Mike, what do you think about using a 20-pound weight vest and using them for body weight pulls, push movements, and squats? I love it. I have a 20-pound weight vest made by XD Fit. Love it. Crush it. Zach, Instagram, but better. That's the truth. Zach, see, most YouTube, this is the difference, Zach, by the way. Most YouTube bodybuilding channels like Lobeliner and Rich Piana, or if it fits your macro, juice monkey cocksuckers that couldn't run a mile. I would like to see their blood work versus yours. I will put my blood work up against anybody's all day, and I will compete against them in physical competition if they want. We can do, deadlift and squat based upon body weight, and then we will do a timed 10-mile run, see how that goes. Then we'll do body weight chin-ups, push-ups, and squats, see how that goes. And then we can do a lean mass analysis. We should do a drug test. I would be happy to apply for WADA USADA protocols, but I doubt that most of the fitness YouTubers will. Hey, that's okay. I don't care. Just be transparent. I don't care if you're taking shit. That's fine. Just let everybody know exactly what you're taking so we can see the cocktail. I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying show the cocktail. That's all. That's all. But I would be happy to, for fun. I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not a negative dude. You guys know that. I'm not a negative dude. There's lots of good in the world. We focus on the positive, but I'm happy to compete against anybody in a fun way. Nobody would compete against me, I believe, in the decathlon of fitness. I don't think many people would. It would be fun, though. And I'm not a genetic superior. I'm not saying I'm a super athlete. I'm not the greatest athlete on the fucking planet. By far, I'm not. But as a 42-year-old fucking father of 2 toddlers, I am crushing it. Squats and steak coming soon, Alex A. Zach, Mike, what would you recommend for a liquid-only diet? I'm currently recovering from post-oral surgery, and I can only drink liquids or smoothies. That is a tough one. So I would have to say that you're under a doctor's care. And what we do here as a true nutrition team, I would put you in touch with one of our registered dietitians so we can ensure there are no contradictions based upon your current condition. That's what a true nutrition professional would do. I can't answer your question honestly because I don't know specifically. I would need more background from you, knowing that you are suffering some sort of medical condition. Again, you can go to dolcedietshop.com right now and you can sign up for one of our one-on-one consultations in which you will work with one of our registered dietitians. That's easy. All day. We will put you in touch. You'll fill out a comprehensive questionnaire. So we have your intake form all the way done. You'll get on the phone likely with our lead dietitian, Miss Meg 40 MSRD LRD DDC, who is a absolute genius. And, she's worked in the medical field also. We will act as a liaison with your medical team to ensure you get the best possible care. Carlos Villa, hey Mike, hope you had an awesome Father's Day. Thank you for yesterday's post, motivating me to buy my brother the Living Lean College cookbook. Carlos, I appreciate it. That's right, guys and girls. I was YouTubing yesterday on Father's Day because it was very important. Go back and listen to my Father's Day rant. Any of you who have fathers or are a father, you need to listen. X200. Hello, X200. To see you. Javier, your program is the best out there. Easy to follow, delicious, and extremely effective. Thanks, Uncle Mike. Javier's talking about the DolceDiet.com, the most successful weight loss program ever devised and strength building, muscle building, performance enhancing program, eating real food. That's at thedolcediet.com. Check it out. 4 and 12 week program personalized to you. Jason Montoya says, you're a life changer, Dolce. Jason, I appreciate that, my man. Thank you so much. Very cool. Wow, there's a lot more questions here. I'm going to try to answer them all. What's up, Dolce? Can't stay, but wanted to say hi. Seth, good to see you, man. Notification crew in the house. Hey, Dolce, is it cool to combine the snacks on 3 weeks of shredded into a meal, as I only like to eat 3 meals a day? Little pun, I would say no. We're looking for digestive efficiency. We do not want to overload our digestive system. We have those meals broken up on purpose. If you're following 3 weeks of shredded, my strong suggestion is for you to follow it exactly as it is scripted. Otherwise, you're introducing a variable that might not offer you the best possible outcome. Remember, 3 weeks to shredded was designed for the world's greatest athletes getting ready for weight class dominated sport. They have to step on the scale, sometimes usually 20 pounds lighter than their natural walk around weight. And then 24 hours later, they have to compete at a world class level for 25 minutes in the most intensive sport on the planet, mixed martial arts. Once you change the algorithm, I cannot guarantee progress. I cannot ensure that you will have the results that would be expected. So if you're following the DulceDiet.com, please do your best to follow the program as it is scripted, of course, under your doctor's supervision. Best pre-workout food, a little touch of caffeine, and your goals clearly emboldened in your mind. No BCAAs, no pre-workouts, no stim, just a little bit of caffeine. Some fucking Metallica cranked up, or maybe some East Coast rap. A little bit of West Coast, 90s era West Coast rap. I'll allow that, and get fucking after it. That's the best pre-workout. NR1, hi, a big fan here. I read your books like Living Lean and For a Foreigner are very well understandable. I'm Italian. What's your opinion about ashwagandha roots as a supplement for testosterone? I'm 40. NR1, I appreciate that. We intentionally wrote all of our books at a level that everybody can understand, knowing that we have a global audience. Our books and products and services have been sold in over 120 countries. Our books have been #1 bestsellers in 5 countries. Count them, 5 different countries. We hit the #1 bestseller mark. That's pretty awesome. We know we have an audience that might not have English as their first language. We also have an audience that might have a background in biochemistry and physiology and kinesiology. So what we try and do is we give you, like I speak right now, very easy to access information. What we call it is actionable information that you can use right away. I really do appreciate that. As to your question, ashwagandha, I don't know. I am proud enough and honest enough to say I don't know. If there's things I don't know, I will tell you I don't know. I don't know enough about ashwagandha. I have not researched it myself. I don't know that any member of our team has even researched it that in depth. So what we need to do is we need to learn more about ashwagandha for you and as it relates to testosterone for those over 40. So I appreciate that. I'll put a pin in it, and I'll probably do a video maybe a few weeks from now and let you know. Thank you for the question. I appreciate that. X200, I found that fish oil helps sleeping tremendously. Helps a lot when having a disturbance from non-classical sleeping patterns. That is awesome. Kirsten Calloway, hey, Mike, happy Monday. I missed an ingredient for a meal. Can I just include it in the next meal? Forgot a slice of sprouted grain bread for lunch. Should I try to get it in? Yeah, Kirsten, so you are on a refeed day. Kirsten is following the DulceDiet.com online program, and she is crushing it. I love the constant updates. But yes, Kirsten, being that today is a refeed day for you, that you have the sprouted grain toast back into your diet today, definitely get that in on your next meal if you can. Even slide it in with your snack, because we don't want you to miss that carbohydrate intake. I wasn't sure if I should be more worried about the timing of eating certain foods or getting all of the nutrients in. Well, a day like today on 3 weeks to shredded is a refeed day. We want to make sure we're getting that extra storable glycogen ready to be released tomorrow as you push a little harder and we drop those carbs again. So get it today, but don't force it. Get it so it fits in naturally. Don't overfeed. Liana, hello, Liana. Day 15 on 3 weeks to shredded and down 13 pounds. The breakfast bowl is amazing. Guys and girls, Liana is down 13 pounds in 15 days on 3 weeks to shredded. 13 pounds down in 15 days. 3 weeks to shredded was programmed to lose 21 pounds in 21 days. And Liana is right there within a margin of error of losing 1 pound per day so far. And she still has 6 days to go where she peaks out. And usually the last week is where you lose the most because of the way we adjust the calories and the electrolytes. Liana, 13 pounds down in 15 days. Boom. I'm so proud of you. That is at thedulcediet.com, guys and girls, the most successful online weight loss program, personalized weight loss program ever created. Liana, I'm proud of you. Do you have pictures, Liana? DM me those pictures. DM me those pictures, the befores, the afters, the updates. Let me know. I don't have to promote them. I just want to see the results. If you want me to post them, then that's fine. I will do that for you. Vic, hey, coach, do you ever perform or recommend some specific ab exercises to better chisel the midsection? Thanks from Italy for all the info you provide. Vic, I absolutely do. But what I'm going to suggest you do on Instagram is go to our head coach, strength coach, Adrian Ramirez, at ARAM_strength. Adrian just came out with the Cure for the Core program. It is an amazing multi-week core training program at ARAM_strength. Great job. Check out his Instagram. I'll post it on my Instagram later. Kirsten, and as always, thank you much for the love, mucho for the love, care, and support you give us each day. Kirsten, I'm here for you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of the community. As long as you guys are here, I'm always going to be here. That's what this is about, right? We're all here. We're all in this together. We all have something to contribute, right? Nobody is better than anybody here. We're all equal. We all have something to add to this conversation, and I'm always here for you guys. Patrice, Mike, had you saw my email about the water intoxication, I never received any reply. Did you have time to check? Patrice, I am so sorry. I did not see it. If you could please resend it. My apologies. Please resend it, and I will definitely jump on there for you. We've been getting flooded with emails and DMs and all the PMs and private messages lately. So we will get the answer. Sometimes things get a little lost. So I will get on it. Thank you for keeping me accountable. Christian, Mike, what's the best cardio exercise? I'm doing laps and the treadmill, but I want something more challenging. Well, it depends on what you determine cardio. We prefer LIST, low intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity while fasted first thing in the morning. That is ideal for us as bipedal organisms. That's what we humans are. We try and perform it while fasted, which means in the absence of insulin. Science has shown the absence of insulin with low intensity cardiovascular activity has been proven to positively benefit stubborn fat oxidation, what we call gender-specific fat, the donut area, lower nipples, and outer love handles for men. For ladies, the saddlebags on the side of those thighs, I feel a little weird saying that, but also that kind of, tricep upper back fat. Science has shown the absence of insulin, we actually have a greater ability to unlock that stored fat. Josema, what's up, Josema? Brandon, hey, Mike, I'm a fighter. Best way to drop 5 to 10 pounds of water weight in a week. What we typically do is we increase our water intake. You should be following 3 weeks to shredded. We go over all of this for you at thedolcediet.com. Week 3, that's what it's about. So increase water intake. And typically we just, set a baseline, and each day we drink a little bit more. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we drop it back to Sunday's intake on Thursday, and then we weigh in on Friday, and we try and get our water intake in by noon on Thursday, which gives our body enough time to dry out. We'll typically sit in the bathtub each night, 30 minutes of a nice, comfortable bathtub while drinking water the whole time, allowing the body to naturally process water to sweat, which is a good thing. And then we hit that again the night before. We're on weight. Easy. Josema, Penlay or barbell row, which is better for back development? They're both good. We use a modified Yates Penlay row. I don't like the underhand grip. The underhand grip seems to incur lots of bicep strain. We like the overhand grip, but not as wide as the Penlay row. Typically, it's a Yates setup. The bar starts on the floor, but we pull the bar into our hip bone, not into our upper chest. I actually did a video on that. Let me see if I can pull it for you guys. Is the bonus week in 3 weeks to shredded to water cut? Well, the bonus week is, number one, it allows some people to easily transfer in week 1, and it allows people to get that grainy final shredded look on week 4. We give you a bonus week because we want to over deliver always. So you get the extra bonus week on 3 weeks to shredded. That's the point. Mr. Hanky, Mike finally caught you live again. During list, could this just be as simple but more intensive bike ride? It can, but we like lower intensity for lists. Low intensity, not high intensity, not medium intensity, low intensity. Don't forget, guys and girls, humans are bipedal organisms. We are designed to walk long distances at relatively low paces, low speed. Humans, the fastest human is a pretty slow land animal. We're not very fast, and we can't run fast very far unless you're Cameron Hanes and you're a whole nother hybrid. I don't know. He has like X-Men genes in there. But the average human, even the fastest humans are pretty fucking slow land animals. That being said, low intensity is ideal. It more suits our design, knowing that we train with high intensity later on in the day. Thoughts on wheatgrass juice? I'm not against it, but it fucks up my stomach really bad. every time I've had wheatgrass juice, it just jacks me up. I don't enjoy it. So I will mix wheatgrass juice into bigger whole food smoothies. Then I don't notice it, have no problem. But if I just do a wheatgrass shot, I'm not a fan. I was also wondering if you had the chance to look into Stan Effersing's vertical diet, and if so, what are your thoughts about it? I haven't had a chance to look into it, but we're scheduling a time for Big Stan to come on in here and sit down and tell you guys all about it on the Mike Dolce Show podcast. There are 2 episodes out right now. We posted yesterday 2 new episodes of the Mike Dolce Show podcast. Go and listen on iTunes. Make sure you subscribe. And if you subscribe, leave me a comment just to say, hey, let me know that you're there. It helps with our algorithm. It helps us just to boost rankings. So if it's helpful for you guys, let me know. But this is Joey Coco Diaz. I got to answer the phone. I will talk to you guys later. Boom.